Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from createyourself.today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Today we are in Florence, guys. One of the cities that this is my second time in Florence, and I really love this city. It's really beautiful. It's where Leonardo da Vinci, one of my personal heroes that I feel for some reason this weird connection to. So he started his journey here in Florence. He flourished in Florence, and this year actually is 500-year anniversary since his death. He died on May the 2nd of 500 years ago. And so there are a lot of exhibitions and special monuments dedicated to Leonardo everywhere, and of course here in Florence too. So the first time I was here in June in Florence was my first time that I came here, and now my second time, and today I'm going to be dedicating part of my day to exploring different Leonardo da Vinci exhibitions. So yeah, that's what we are doing today. So stay tuned on my Instagram for the Leonardo da Vinci related pictures. But today is not about Leonardo da Vinci. Today is about night munchies, or those snacking behaviors that we all, well, at least all of the people that I know of, like literally all of the people, we have them sometimes. You're at the end of the day and it's time to go to bed soon, but not yet exactly. It might be 7, 8, 9 p.m. depending on when you usually go to bed. And you don't really need energy for a lot of things, and you're kind of finishing things off. And then you have those thoughts about food, like you really feel like eating something. And a lot of times that's something that you're feeling like eating is not exactly what is on your healthy diet food list, or your and in general, eating at night, for a lot of us, we know we're not gonna feel our best, the next morning. We're probably gonna eat stuff that we will regret the next morning. It's proven by studies that people have the least willpower at the end of the day because you already spent all that mental energy for something else. And then also, actually, we do have changes in our biochemistry, specifically in our blood sugar, that makes us hungrier somewhere around 7 p.m. So at that time, you especially gonna feel hungrier. That's why I actually recommend to people to time their last meal of the day somewhere around 6 to 7 p.m. So you have some good food in your stomach and you're not hungry anymore, because if you eat too early, it can create the situation where you are really hungry, but you already had your dinner. Anyhow, so this episode was actually inspired by me talking to one of my clients. I was sitting in Florence in a coffee shop, and he asked me whether I had some strategies that I personally use or that I work on with my clients for those situations when you have those night munches. Like, what do? Just eat all the time? What if you want to improve your eating behavior? What if you know that you're not going to be feeling that great the next morning? What if you know that you gotta, I don't know, prepare for a photo shoot, or just lose weight for a wedding, or for this beach vacation that you planned, or whatever that is? If this is the issue for you, then this is the episode for you. I'm going to give you my best strategies that really, really work. They worked for me, that saved my ass, literally. That's why I have a fitter ass and six-pack abs, because I mastered these strategies. And now I can barely remember when was the last time that I had anything besides my dinner, because I use these strategies all the time and they work. And a lot of my clients try them and they also work for them in some form or the other. You know, you always have your own kind of unique mix of them and the way you do them, but there is always something from these strategies that's going to work for you. But the most important part, guys, is to always try them several times, really practice them, and then, you know, make them your own, and you'll find your perfect solution. So when you have those night munches, night cravings for whatever that food you want to have, well, first and foremost, guys, one piece of advice: don't keep food stuff in the house that you know you tend to munch on. Things like cookies, nuts, nut butters. If you're someone who always overeats on those things, don't keep them in the house. I'm not saying don't eat them ever. I'm just saying don't keep them in the house. Make yourself to work extra hard for those things. It's also great if you have family and kids, because if your kids know then that there are no sweets, no cookies in the house, they're not gonna ask for them. And when your kids ask for sweets at night, you tell them, oh, you know, the shops are closed, so we just gotta wait till morning and get them. It's also gonna be really beneficial for your for the health and digestive health of your kids and their eating behavior. And plus, you can always, but keeping things like fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds whole and raw for the kids, if those are the things they love, and give them to them. Or maybe an avocado, or I don't know, a boiled egg. Say to your kids, you know, those are the only foods we have. Your kids wouldn't know, so lie for their benefits. Anyhow, now back to our adult strategies for a night munches. So first, distract yourself. That is a very powerful, guys. Our mind, our brain is very distractible. You know that. You know, it's hard to keep focus and attention on one thing. And so your mind is very distractible. So distract it on purpose. Whenever you have night munches, whenever I had those, I would usually actually go for a walk, or I would talk to someone on the phone. Those are two things that helped me a lot to deal with night munches, and that helped a lot of my clients too. So for you, it might be something else, but getting out of the house is really a great thing. Maybe go and do, I don't know, get rid of your laundry, or take out the trash, or just go up and down the stairs if you are in a building that has the stairs. Distract yourself somehow. Talking to someone really helps me also, and sometimes I combine it with walking. So I just walk down the block, walk back, and I walk myself, and I talk on the phone, and by the end I'm back. I get this fresh air, and I just feel so much better from walking and talking to people I love, and that also helps me to distract myself from food. But I do not recommend to go shopping for food because that can make you eat more. Whatever that is, you know, you might play some video game, something that really makes you distracted and keeps your mind away from food. Find that thing that can distract you, but that is not another, you know, habit that you don't want to do. So find something to distract yourself. This is number one. Number two, repeat to yourself. Usually I recommend to do it out loud, not like screaming, but, you know, aloud, not to yourself, because your brain pays more attention to what you say out loud. So repeat, the food will be there tomorrow morning. If you want it, you can have it. And really mean it. feel it, like make your brain know that you're not starving and dying of starvation. Let your brain know that the food is going to be there tomorrow, and you can have it if you still want it. Repeat it 3-5 times. The food will be there tomorrow morning. If you want it, you can have it. And really mean it. And you wouldn't believe, guys, how well it works for almost everyone I tell this strategy to. When you tell your mind that you can have something tomorrow, you honestly mean it, you get really quiet and calm, usually fast. And then the next morning, guess what, guys? Your hunger goes away, and you have all your willpower restored and all your more conscious thinking and cognitive function restored, and you're gonna make much better decisions. And so yeah, sometimes you're gonna end up eating that, but that actually never happened to me. In the morning, I always was busy doing something. I was, full of energy and excited to start the day, and I completely would forget about all that food that I wanted the night before, and I would feel refreshed and happy, and it just worked. It just works. So try it. Repeat it 3-5 times out loud. The food will be there tomorrow morning. If you want it, you can still have it. And you can go to the bathroom if you're not alone in the house and just repeat it, not again super loud, but just out loud. Then the next one, drink something warm. That is also like having something warm in your stomach will kill a lot of your cravings and munchies, guys. And plus you might be dehydrated, and that's the reason why you're craving stuff. Speaking of dehydration, I'm gonna drink some water. I notice when I have a sip of water, then I speak much better. You can hear I'm actually in Florence, guys. Sorry for interruption. By the dome, there is this, how do you call it? I don't even know it. But like palace, and it has this famous dome. And so it makes the sound, I think it's 4 times an hour, every 15 minutes. So anyhow, I just love it. It like it transfers me to 15th, 16th century, the Renaissance, and I'm like, they heard the same sound, so mind-blowing. I'm like in a fairy tale right now. Anyhow, the next one, drink something warm. So my favorite things to drink are caffeine-free peppermint tea or rooibos tea, or I mix them together, just put 2 bags in 1 cup. And that warm liquid will really help you it will hydrate you. It will fill your stomach. It will reduce your cravings. It will also help you to prepare for bed, because probably it's time to go to bed soon. And also, I really recommend you to keep those warm liquids, free from caffeine, because caffeine, even small amount right before bed, can disturb your sleep. So caffeine-free herbal teas. Find your favorite ones. There are so many right now, like vanilla flavored or something else flavored, orangey flavored. Like I love also ginger. So a lot of times I would drink ginger tea or lemongrass tea. Those are my favorites. But peppermint is probably one of the best, because it also somehow makes my digestion so much more perfect, if there is such a thing. So drink something warm. This is strategy number 3. And the next one, number 4, if you are really hungry and you just can't stop thinking about food, and no matter what you do, you went for a walk, you talked to someone, and you just can't stop thinking about food. For this occasion, have in your house something protein rich that you can eat, and it's gonna kill your insatiable hunger, and it's gonna make you feel satiated, and now you can live till morning, and your sleep not gonna be affected as much. And also, if you're trying to lose weight or lose fat, that also is not gonna be affected that much when you eat protein. And what do I mean by that? Get some maybe pre-boiled eggs in your fridge. Maybe there is some chicken breast. Maybe there is a piece of meat, not processed, but whole meat, just by itself, maybe salted a little bit. But my favorite is, guys, have some canned seafood like tuna, like sardines, like canned salmon. Have it in your house. Why canned seafood? Because you don't have to think about cooking it, storing it properly, it going bad, and you don't have to wash anything except for maybe your fork, or you can leave it till morning. So it's really convenient, and you can put them in your cupboard. You can stock up a few of them, many of them, and they can last like forever without any refrigeration. And it's very convenient way to destroy your cravings and to have something in your stomach and something beneficial to your health, to your hunger, and if you're losing weight or fat too. Also, the protein in those foods, it's like the least nutrient that can make you gain fat or interrupt your fat loss, weight loss journey. So those foods are the most convenient and the most beneficial. So I would probably stick up on canned tuna in water if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to burn as much fat as possible. My favorites also are sardines, salmon, mackerel, oysters or mussels. Crab meat is also very low in calories but high in minerals like zinc and high in protein. So those are amazing. Canned food is amazing for those night munches. And again, don't keep stuff that you tend to munch at night and you don't want to be munching on them at night in the house, like, I don't know, cookies, cashew nuts, coconut butter, or peanut butter. Just don't keep them in the house. Just don't. And the last but not least, just go to bed. If the choice is between eating and really not doing much, to be honest, guys, when you go with those night munches, you're not doing much. You're not like very productive. You're just watching probably something that would happen, what would happen to me, watching some Netflix and munching. So it's not very productive use of your time. You would be much better off sleeping that time. So just go to bed. Like literally, drink some water, drink some warm tea, and go to bed. That's it. Listen to some guided meditation, like Waking Up app that I absolutely love, and listen to meditating before night. But sometimes I just listen to it, and it like makes me fall asleep much faster. So just go to bed. And if you have munches also in the middle of the day and you don't really want to be snacking on munching, and you have the possibility to take a nap, do that. Napping, sleeping kills all of the cravings. Unless, again, you are super hungry, maybe you're getting ready for a competition, or maybe you just didn't eat the whole day, then have some canned tuna and then go to bed. That's going to be the most productive use of your time. And that's going to have the least amount of damage if you're trying to lose weight, to lose fat, and it's not going to be that bad for your digestive health, even though I do not, of course, recommend eating right before bed for most days. But sometimes things happen, right? So it's better if you have some strategies that help you to promote the best behavior in the situation. So to recap, guys, 5 strategies to keep your night munches away and to manage them better. First, distract yourself, go for a walk, talk to someone, listen to a podcast, watch something if that's the thing that helps you to stay away from food, read a book, play video game, whatever that is. Again, for me and for a lot of people, the top strategies are going for a walk, like taking out the trash, or I don't know, going up and down the stairs, talking to someone. Those things really help. Repeat 3 to 5 times loud. The food will be there tomorrow morning. If you want it, you can have it. The food will be there tomorrow morning. If you want it, you can have it. The food will be there tomorrow morning. If you want it, you can have it. And the next one is drinking something warm, caffeine-free, peppermint tea, lemongrass tea, rooibos tea, ginger tea. Those are some of my favorites. Or maybe just warm water with lemon. That also tastes good and feels amazing, and also really great for your digestion and elimination the next morning. So drink something warm. If you're really, really hungry, get some canned seafood. Put it in your kitchen cabinet and let it sit there for those night munches. So the best options are canned tuna in water or canned sardines in water or salmon. The reason I'm saying in water is a lot of people listening to this podcast want to stay in shape or lose fat or lose weight. So water has much less calories than olive oil, and you should never get anything in sunflower or canola oil. So canned seafood in water or some sort of brine without sugars, without additives, just salt usually. So have that canned seafood and eat it when those munches really hit hard. And then strategy number 5 is just go to bed. It's time for bed. Go to bed. Because otherwise you would be eating and watching some stupid shit that you don't want to be watching and you don't need to be watching. I mean, you can sometimes, but anyhow, just go to bed, take a nap. That will help you with cravings like nothing else. And so that's it, guys. My best strategies from the coaching world, coaching practice for you to conquer and manage those night munches or any sorts of munches. If you have any questions, guys, let me know. I'm going to give you more advice for your specific situation. If you want more advice about different things, food, nutrition, fitness, fat loss, weight loss, belly fat, thigh fat, eating for the most nutrients, for the most health, for hormonal health, for the most energy, usefulness, set up our free express session where I'm going to give you my best tips for your specific problem, for your specific situation. It's completely free for you guys, listeners of this podcast. So take advantage of it and eat better, live better, be better, perform better on all levels. And as usual, guys, while I'm going to be trying bistecca alla fiorentina again in Florence, you guys eat better daily and stay away from those night munches. Love you all, guys, and talk to you tomorrow.